is KC Sports Network, proudly presented by Emprise Bank.
Hello and welcome everybody to another episode of Currently on No Other Pod. It's the Teal Boys over here, Daniel Kooser, with my good buddy Chris Wright. Chris, what's happening, buddy? How you feeling these days?
I'm doing well, man. Came off of a media game performance. Had a lot of fun. Some tired legs leading into that game, but great time there. The game itself, not so much.
You had tired legs?
I did.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I played 27 innings of kickball.
Oh, yeah. That's a lot, by the way.
A couple days before, so they were tired going into the game.
How many innings is a kickball game?
9.
Oh, is it 9? Okay, I've never actually played non-recess kickball, so I know a lot of people are into it. What would make your legs tired in a game of kickball? Just running nonstop, or what?
A lot of sprinting. So
yeah,
buddy, I play left field and right field, and when I kick in kickball, I bunt. I kid you not, I bunt. So I run as hard as I can to first base or more. And then when I play in the outfield, I sprint as hard as I can. So about 27 innings of sprinting, and my legs were absolutely dead.
This was all back to back to back, 3 games back to back?
Back to back. Yeah,
back to back. Look at you. Look at you having a recreational life. You must have friends.
Well, that's pretty much all I do outside of watching sports on the couch. So
true. That makes sense. That's always fun. Look at that, man. We got little side hustles. We can be best friends. We don't got to hang out all the time. We got other people,
Not many other people, but we got a couple people.
Right. I too played in the media game and had a little bit of an assist. I don't know if you know that. Hey, I'll take it. All right. It's a little accidental. Not gonna lie to you. I was turning to shoot on goal, and it took a weird, it was a hard pass, and it just came off my foot weird, but turned into the perfect lob pass for KC Stars Jesse Newell to head into the goal. And I was like, dude, if that was intentional, that was the coolest moment of my life, in front of 12,000 fans at this stadium cheering. But let's be honest, it was not intentional. But the scorekeeper, they'll put, that would go to me in a regular game. Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, that's your assist, man. Claim it.
You got to take it. We had a time though, didn't we? We had a time at the media game. Thanks to KC Current for having us out. We squeezed our way into that. We got in behind enemy lines there. Feels like we get in places we shouldn't have been. But talked to some old friends on the team and met some new ones. So overall, pretty good experience. We tied 1-1, and we can confidently say there were more goals in our game than there were in KC Current's game, sadly. So, but you have fun though overall?
Oh, I had a blast. One thing I did not realize is how big the field is, and you got tired legs and you're running up and down. So we planned, because we knew we were going to be on opposite teams. We planned to play opposite sides of the field, right? We don't want to take each other's shine. But you hung around the box a lot, didn't you?
I went back to midfield a couple of times, but I when the ball would pass midfield, I was going with the ball, right? Okay. I wasn't about to go rush back to play a bunch of defense, when I'm already struggling with some hip pain and whatnot. So I was like, let's make a few runs, get the legs activated, everyone go home safe, no injuries.
And that's a smart thing to do. I had tired legs going into it, and I was box to box, and I was gassed.
Yeah, you were.
I was going up playing defense on a corner, and then I was up in the box trying to, tap the ball in. I took a shot on goal. One thing about the media games, you don't get many touches, so when you do, you got to take advantage of it.
Yeah, I think I had 2 total touches. One was like a pass back to somebody, and the other one was the little bloop of an assist. So we're going to call it the bloop, heard around the world.
And I didn't see it live because there were so many people in the way when I was running back. I couldn't see what happened. But when
you seen the video then?
I did. The video is fantastic because your leg comes up. It looks like a total shot, man. Your leg went right up there.
I was trying to just direct it on goal. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it took a weird spin off my foot. So What are you going to do?
It was fun.
One of the biggest surprises of this media game, we were told, or we were requested what names we wanted on the back of our jersey. So I'm thinking, we'll get a jersey. Nah. That's not what happened. We got little Optimus basketball T-shirts. I don't know if you know. Did you ever used to play Optimus basketball or anything?
Yeah.
Never knew what Optimus meant back then, by the way. Then as I'm growing up, I'm like, what a positive term for a basketball league. Did you call it that here in Topeka, Optimist?
No, we didn't call it that, but I know what you're talking about.
What league did you play in Topeka? Basketball?
I don't remember.
Yeah. Okay.
Happened so long ago. I don't even remember.
Because there's like AAU, which is for the guys who are going to ball out in college, right?
Not us.
Not me. Absolutely not. I played on the team my dad coached, so I was guaranteed some playing time. But it was called Optimist, and I'm like, what a positive term for children's sports. Optimist basketball. You were probably in pessimist playground ball. That's what you were in.
I was just a hustle defender who could shoot threes. That's all I had. That was it.
I was just hoping to get fouled because I was a hell of a free throw shooter. So there you go. Dude, we got shirts, and it's fine. Free shirt, right? Money's tight. Everybody's pinching pennies. I get it. Pandemic was rough on all of us. Let's tone it down and give these jokers some shirts. I'm fine. I didn't earn a jersey. Didn't earn it. So I'll take a shirt. But I'm going to cut the sleeves off that bad boy. I'll tell you that right now.
I expect nothing less. I expect nothing less than a sleeveless Dan.
But if you knew it was a shirt, wouldn't you have ordered a size smaller?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
She was a little big. I was swimming in this thing, so.
It's a night shirt, nightgown, right?
It was a nightie, yes. Speaking of being a little big, though, I'm getting into floral patterns, my friend. I'm getting into Hawaiian shirts, getting ready to take a little cruise. Okay. But all in all, this might be new Dan because these bad boys are comfortable.
Oh, man.
Am I Mac from It's Always Sunny?
You're Mac, and I don't know.
Mac?
See, this is the reason you should watch the YouTube channel.
100%, dude. You just perfect example out here. We're going to bronze that up over this next week. I tell you that. I got a bunch of them. I got a closet full. My dad was like, yeah, my wife keeps shrinking my shirts. Do you want them? I'm like, Dad, that's just a bullshit way of you saying you're getting fat. Stop it. He's just making jokes and saying she's bad at laundry. That's ridiculous.
Oh, man. I don't know. I think it's fantastic. And later in life, I'm going to use that. I'm going to be like, oh, Vanessa shrunk my shirts. I don't fit anymore. And man, I just got big.
Yeah, couldn't be the chips and salsa you eat every night. Something like that. I don't know. But hey, we got a game to talk about. It's not great. We kind of knew we're coming down to must-win territory. And by the way, if you guys are listening to this, hopefully Casey Current won last night. We don't know yet. So I do you think we won, Chris?
I hope so.
Do you think we won? Could you confidently say we beat North Carolina last night?
I can't confidently say anything, but yeah. I will. I'm going to be the optimist and say we won, but I cannot confidently say it.
Optimist basketball. That's good stuff. Well, man, I think, would you say it's fair to say our regular season is done and dusted? Could you confidently say that?
Yes.
Yeah.
We are not mathematically eliminated.
Sure.
But if we're talking about realistic math, I can say confidently we're eliminated here.
Yeah. I feel you, man. I feel you. Well, hey,
yeah.
Before we get into this game, we're going to take a short little break. But before we do, Christopher, can you believe we've had 7 months without an NFL game? Can you believe it?
I can't believe it.
Crazy, right?
I believe it.
Well, good thing that's over because NFL is here, baby. And DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, is giving you a can't-miss offer for Week 1. This week, new customers can get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5 on any NFL game. DraftKings is hooking everyone up with game day greatness. All customers can take advantage of 2 new offers every single game day this September. Check the app to see what you get. Call to action, download now, and use, you know what, I'm going to say right now, I don't think I was supposed to say call to action, but that's all right. We're leaving it in there. Download now and use code KCSN to sign up. New customers can take home $200 in bonus bets instantly just for betting $5. That's code KCSN, only on DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.1800gambler.net. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, 21 plus, age varies by jurisdiction, void in Ontario. See dkng.co/football for eligibility, terms, and responsible gaming resources. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. Eligibility and deposit restrictions apply.
Thanks for listening to KC Sports Network. Make sure you download our new app. Find it on the App Store or Google Play. Just search KC Sports Network.
Look at that. You like that DraftKings read?
That was fantastic. That was fantastic.
A crazy time. Dude, call to action. Don't put call to action in a read. I'm Ron Burgundy. I'm going to read it all. If it's on the prompter, I'm reading it. It's highlighted, damn it. Don't highlight it.
You're like every movie where, like, you know, you're just going to read off whatever somebody puts, right? And somebody's just going to put some random stuff and you're going to read it off confidently.
Because you're just so into it. You're just trying to sound somewhat freaking professional, emphasize the correct words, spell this, spell that. And then it's like all bold call to action. I'm like, well, that seems important. Probably. Don't put it in the script.
It's the most important thing, doesn't it?
Oh, whatever. So, buddy, we lost 0-1.
Whatever. Just put the vibe right out there, man.
Put it out there, baby. Hey, rest in peace, Jimmy Buffett. We love you, buddy. This shirt's for you. Cheeseburger in paradise waiting for you up there. Hey, we lost 0-1 to Angel City. A winnable game, man. A winnable game. I'm floored. I'm shook. We had 18 shots. 2 of those were on goal. 2. So you could say, oh yeah, shots here, shots there, but the goalkeeper wasn't really tested at all. Where we got AD French coming up with like 5 saves, right? They had 6 shots on goal and got 1 in. So but yet you look at our XG. Our XG, 1.5. Couldn't get 1 in. Couldn't sneak 1 in. Where'd we go wrong?
Just couldn't finish our opportunities. I mean, it's that simple. Hamilton had a beautiful ball. Yeah, she came in. She was at one point one-on-one with the keeper and then one-on-one with the defender. She cut inside a ton of space and then just kind of floundered her shot. She did all the tough things right and then just kind of floundered the shot. We just didn't really have a whole lot of good looks this game. Credit to LA's defense. They did a great job kind of making all of our shots difficult and not giving us anything easy. But the easier shots we had, we didn't make the most of it.
No, man, we didn't. And I'm so sad that Hat Trick Hamilton was here and scoring crazy amounts of goals. And then I realized, oh, wait, we're only good in Challenge Cup competitions. That's what it is when we're playing those regular-ass teams that we played in that Challenge Cup division over and over. I'm so floored, man, because I look at this roster and I know the talent's there, and the highlight of our game should never be a player debut and an injured player and a player returning from injury. I mean, those are all fine and dandy, but that should never be the highlight of our evening, and that's exactly, I can confidently say that's what it was.
Well, the highlight of the game was probably AD French making a save point blank, right?
True. That or my assist.
To be your, yeah. Or your assist.
But yes, French is an anomaly. Okay, she's a crazy monster. It's enough said. She's a beast back there, man. It's weird to think that somehow she fell out of favor with the gaffer and did not get any starts at all for a while. It's just weird to me when now we're seeing what kind of run she's on.
In hindsight, right? In hindsight, that seems like a really silly decision.
Yeah.
When you look back, I don't think our defense, after Elizabeth Ball was injured, our defense was not set up to succeed, right? It was a rookie and a trialist that we brought in Croy Soto and Gabby Robinson. And no shade on them, right? They played exceptionally well for being, a trialist who made the team. So I don't want to continue to call her that, but also a rookie, right? We got 2 young defenders back there. I think they exceeded expectation, but at the same time, they should have never been in that situation to hold down our back line. They should have never been in that situation. And going back to Franch, that's who Franch had to work with, right? And if you have a struggling center back group or a struggling back line, it's going to make the best keeper look silly at times, right? Nair, one of the best keepers in the world, U.S. national team legend, I think she has the most goals scored against her in the league. So,
and that's not a knock on her. That just shows they also have one of the worst defenses in the league.
Exactly. And once we got ball back, once we settled our back line, Miller and Franch played significantly better. So, long story short, Franch is a beast, like you said. She had a great game. It was tough to watch, to be honest. It was kind of tough to watch.
No, agree, man. I agree. It's everything. You got you had Dabinia back in the starting lineup as well. It's like, okay, why can't we smoke these people? Why can't we take Angel City out of the question here? Because they're fighting for playoff standings as well, right? Like they're very close up there. So, but everyone's leaving us in the dust, man. We're back in the bottom again. It's not very fun.
If somebody would have told me we would have finished, or not finished, but we'd be in last place with 4 games to go earlier this year, I would have called you a liar.
Yeah.
But the season has not been kind to us in terms of injuries and just some fluky type stuff. But every team deals with that stuff, right? We're not special in that regard,
right? We saw Stina Bellasager come on at halftime. I didn't think she would come on for Elizabeth Ball. I thought she would come on and play with Elizabeth Ball. So that was interesting to me.
That was, I don't know. And, we were coming back from the media game, right? We didn't see the sub. We were working our way back to our seats. So when we got back, I didn't even initially know she came on for Ball. That's a little surprising. Maybe they want to give Ball some rest, right? She's been playing so many minutes. And maybe that was a calculated risk, which clearly did not pay off. Because, what they scored in like the 66th minute, and Elizabeth Ball was off the field. So I would think you want your 2 veteran center backs on the field at the same time.
Yeah, you would think so, man. But I don't know why anyone makes the decisions they do. All I know is there's 4 freaking games left, and we're still 6 points out of the playoff line. So it's just an insane amount of things would have to happen for us to make. We're 7.
We're 7.
My bad.
Yeah,
we're 7. An insane amount of things would have to happen for us to pick up points here. So I really hope, for the fans' sake, for the team's sake, for this podcast's sake, that we won last night in this Challenge Cup. I think we did. I'm going to say it. I'm going to get excited and say we're going to take this competition seriously, because it's the last of its kind. It's going away.
Well, Fairbloom was on, I can't remember what program she was on, but she was talking about the importance of the cup and how the players love the cup and how the players get excited for the cup. Now, I'm sure money has to do with it, but it's a lot of fun, man. I hope they don't scrap the concept of a cup altogether. I wish they would do something similar to the League's Cup. That'd be a lot of fun. Get some of the Mexican femenil teams in.
That would be wild. I mean, Angel City played the Mexican women's national team last summer. I went to that game. It was crazy.
Yeah, I mean that'd be a blast. I don't know if they're going to skip it altogether for more regular season games. I mean, we don't know yet, but like you said, last of its kind. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. The teams enjoy it. They can make more money. So I think you're going to see, tonight you're going to see both teams give it their all. And North Carolina is fairly healthy, so it's going to be our best versus their best.
Dare I say, last night you saw a couple of teams give it their all.
That's true, yeah.
Got to remember, tonight is Chiefs night. Everybody better be on that Red Thursday train. That's going to be a hell of a time. So, right, crazy ending to the game, man. We were really pushing for that tie-breaking or that tie goal, but we all know that's not even enough. Like, draws aren't going to get the job done here. So when we were down a goal at the very end, it's just like, it didn't matter. None of it mattered to me anyways. I was upset. I was sad. It is what it is. You move on and focus on something you can control. And that's this Challenge Cup competition. But you have your little spreadsheet here, man. And if we're going, if we get a little OCD here, and according to the numbers, according to the teams who need more than 3 points per game, so technically they would be considered out of the running for the playoffs. That would mean Houston Dash, Chicago Red Stars, Kansas City Current, all eliminated, according to this little formula we have here.
Yeah, and it's just how many points do you need to hit 30 points per game? I'm sorry, do you need to hit 33 points, which has been traditionally the playoff line the last 2 or 3 years. The Current would need 3.5 points per game to hit 33 points. So obviously it's a lot of doom and gloom there.
What is points per game to reach 34? What does that column?
Let's see here. I have not updated that column in a little while.
Okay, because those numbers are completely wrong. Okay.
Yeah, they're older. We've been using the 33 points
as a minimum.
So, yeah. Well, Chicago would need 3.2 as well as Houston. So Houston actually just recently fired their head coach.
Yes,
today. So
I assume ours is coming soon. Our firing, is that something we're all thinking about?
I don't know if we would fire her since she's been an interim coach, or if we would just bring somebody in and she would kind of come back into the fold. I think she's done a good job managing what she's been able to manage. But how do you judge that, right? Do you take a look at the Challenge Cup and say, hey, we're in the semifinals? Or do you go, hey, we're in 12th place in the regular season? Those are two polar opposites when you're trying to judge a coach here. So I don't know how they're going to determine what to do. Yeah, man, two polar opposite results between the cup and the regular season. So it's tough.
Pretty much. Dude, we have a thing here. Where'd we go wrong this season? When did it all kind of feel bad? Because the feeling at the beginning of the season was very light, happy, optimistic, just feeling good about these signings. We were a little worried that we just kept signing another midfielder, and then injuries happen. Like what game did we kind of know things aren't good?
Well, it's tough because I'm looking at it here. Our first 5 games, we went 3-2, 3 losses and 2 wins. So what, 6 points there out of 5 games? And at that point, I mean, we're kind of in the middle of the pack, right? We're in the mix. And then May came, and May was absolutely brutal. I looked at a 7-game stretch, and of course we had injuries, right? Elizabeth Ball was not playing for a lot of this. Hamilton wasn't playing, and then Lowe was out for some of it, and that just injuries galore in the midfield, right? But we just had a really terrible stretch of injuries and bad form for 7 weeks, or 7 regular season games rather. But in the 7-game stretch, man, 1 win and 6 losses
from May to middle of June.
Yeah, there. From May 7th through June 16th, our 7-game stretch, 1 win and 6 losses.
Yeah, not great, man. I mean, but our attendance hasn't really suffered at these games, right? If anything, it's grown.
Yeah.
They've marketed the crap out of it. They've gotten people to get off their butts and come to a game. And I think they're attracting more fans. And I think, no one's happy about this run of form. Nobody. But I think people are happy to have this team. I think they are happy to have them here. I think they have been a positive beacon in the community. I think they've been, I've seen it be such a positive experience for the LGBT community. 100%. I personally know people who are in that community and come to these games, feel like they can be themselves. They come with their friends. It's just such a hell of a time, dude. And it's so great seeing everyone come out and enjoy a sport together and just coming together.
You're absolutely correct. Like, women's soccer and specifically the Current have fostered such an inclusive environment that we can all just come out and be ourselves. And it, like you mentioned, to that community, it means an awful lot. And you could take a look at some.
Well, a lot of the players are openly gay. You know what I mean? So it's like it just shows the fans like, oh my, she's just like me. Like, that's my player. That I love her. You know what I mean? It's I don't know. It's just I don't hear enough about that in men's soccer, I guess. Probably because people are still scared to come out in that sport, maybe. I have no idea. I'm wildly speculating. But it's just I don't know. I see it very prominently here and it makes me smile.
I mean, the fact that you take a look at all sports in the Kansas City region, or all major sports, how many of them are as proactive regarding the LGBT community than women's soccer, and specifically the Kansas City Current? Nobody. Like, the Current has done so much for the community, and still, they're still doing so much. So it's what they're doing on and off the pitch is absolutely amazing. And I love what they're doing, and I can't wait to see them continue this work.
For sure, man. They didn't just do a Pride night. They did a whole Pride month. It was crazy. All sorts of activities.
All sorts of stuff. But going back to this bad run of form, man, it just bothers me because we got 3 points out of a possible 21. We might miss out on the playoffs by a total of 10 points or so, and you take a look at where, a lot of people are going to look at this stretch of games and be like, we missed out, right? We couldn't finish. We couldn't get to the finish line. But man, really, this mountain grew so much on this stretch of games.
Those were tough teams too, and we didn't exactly we beat someone maybe we didn't have any business beating, North Carolina. So I mean, lost to everyone else.
Yeah, we had 6 goals for us in those 7 games and 14 against, man. Oh, and oddly enough, the 2 games we scored 2 goals, we gave up 3. So
wild.
This is where our season went wrong and where this climb became really difficult. So credit to the team for trying to finish the way they have been. But, we're going to look back and this stretch is what's really going to get us.
Agreed. Hey, let's take a quick little break and come back and keep talking. We'll see you in a minute.
Thanks for listening to KC Sports Network. Make sure you download our new app. Find it on the App Store or Google Play. Just search KC Sports Network.
So we talked about the bad run of form.
Does your shirt just become more open during the break?
Sometimes it just does that.
I'm pretty
really
sure.
just.
I don't know why I'm so fixated on it, but it was closed. It was closed when we went to break, and it was wide open.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
I'm gonna gaslight the hell out of you right now.
Okay.
I don't know, man. I think you're losing it, buddy.
Maybe that could be it.
Oh man. Hey, dang, I just can't stop thinking. I really hope we pulled out that Challenge Cup victory last night. I really do. Let me you guys listen to this right now. We're celebrating our asses off if we did.
Yes. And let me ask you: are you going to be able to make the championship if they do win?
Oh, if it happens to be a home game, that'd be pretty cool, right? Maybe see what we can finagle. An away game obviously makes it a little more difficult, but we'll see what happens. I am heading down to Miami, so that'll be a hell of a time.
A lot of fun, right? A lot of fun.
Yeah. Hey, some Debinha news. Brazil midfielder Debinha has been nominated for the 2023 Women's Ballon d'Or. Do we know what the Ballon d'Or is? Isn't that what they give to the best soccer player in the world?
Yeah.
Yeah, our MLS great Leo Messi has won that award many times. For the men, Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh my God, have there been American women that have won this thing? Has Alex Morgan won or
nothing? I can't. I'm not sure, to be honest. I know Sophia Smith has been nominated. I'm not sure if Alex Morgan.
Oh, Megan Rapinoe won it in 2019.
Okay.
So there's that.
There you go.
Very cool.
Incredible honor to win that.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. And Alex Morgan got third that same year. So
I think Sophia Smith has probably the best chance to win it and represent the NWSL. But I love that Debinha's in there. Just shows that she's a world-class player. And thankful to still have her, man.
No, absolutely. Sam Kerr has the most nominations, but has never won it.
Wow.
She's been nominated 4 times. Actually, I think this has only been awarded 4 times. Not in 2020 was not awarded because 2020 did that thing. But Sam Kerr, man, never won, but been nominated all 4 times.
Is that like Scorsese, who's like been nominated forever and then finally won one in that?
Yeah, right.
Kind of Best Picture, or whatever it was.
Pretty much. Well, best of luck to Debinha. I don't know. I don't see that going to her, but it's always nice to be nominated, I'm sure.
Seems like they favor European players too.
True.
It really does. But
NWSL August best 11. We might be last on the standings, but these 3 women are first in your hearts. All right, AD Franch, Kristen Hamilton, Lola Bonta, best 11 for the month of August. Can't beat that, especially when Lo had a little injury in there. Of course, Hamilton scored like 4 or 5 goals in 2 games or some shit. Franch has been doing her beast thing. So, your team doesn't have to be amazing for you to have good individual performances, I guess.
Although a lot of that was based off of Challenge Cup.
True, they are factoring that in.
When World Cup was going on, so.
Yeah. 100%. Some injury updates here. It looks like DiBernardo and Gautrat still making progress, still working towards returning. Still no returning. It's 4 games left in the regular season. Why would you even rush them? Just say, you know what? Let's nip it. Let's just take a rest. Come back stronger next year.
Especially concussion. Like if we lose in the Challenge Cup, or even if we win, I don't even know if they would be available for it, right? So at this point, I would just put them on the shelf, man, and not risk any permanent head injury. There's no need, no point.
No, I agree. Desiree Scott still returning to play, still doing some limited warm-ups and practice and whatnot. So making her way. That's another person I would be like, don't rush her in just to play a game and get hurt or something. It's really okay. Yeah. I'm not saying we could use her because we're in trouble right now. It's panic mode, right?
Yeah.
What is this? Hannah Glass was testing today? What is testing? What does that mean?
I don't know. Just probably just working out.
But that's the term you found or were told?
Yep. And these were reported yesterday by Schwerblum. So that's
Tuesday or Wednesday?
This is Tuesday.
Okay.
Tuesday. Yeah.
So you gotcha. When people listen to this on Thursday, I gotta know. Is it what?
Gotta know.
We hear this. So Tuesday. Cool, man.
She's another player, though. Even if she could play the last 2 games, do you risk trying to put her on the field? Probably not.
No. I don't see any reason to. I don't know what you do. Do you loan out any players during your off season to get minutes elsewhere to get strong and then be ready to go in March or April?
I'm trying to think of the international schedule on who you would loan out.
Yeah, they're starting up, right? International schedule it's started.
Yeah, it started. It's not a bad idea. I don't know. I'd feel gutted if we loaned out Hannah Gloss and she got hurt somewhere and was out for another year, right?
True.
So I don't know.
That's the thing, right? Like you're kind of loaning out your property, your investment, and you're loaning it to someone who maybe you consider a friend. And you're like, hey, don't break my shit. Please return it to me the way you got it.
The same condition in which you received it.
I'm giving you a CD, don't scratch my CD. I used to have movies, tons of movies. DVDs was like the thing. And I'm like, now if you have a bunch of DVDs, you're an old person, so that sucks. But people would always want to rent out my movies. And I was like, no, man, this ain't no video store, okay? I don't trust you. So that's how I feel about loaning players. I don't trust you. You're going to overwork them, you're going to hurt them, and they're going to come back all scratched.
Well, we don't want a scratched Hannah Gloss, right?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We previewed the Challenge Cup game a little bit last week. So you guys listening know we have not attended the game yet. I think we can get the job done. We've beat North Carolina once before. They've beat us once before. I'm just going to assume we got it done. But if you're listening to this, you know what the final is. And I think we're probably going out to Seattle for the final.
Yeah. Interesting thing about all four of these teams, I think they've all beaten each other in some competition.
Okay.
We've beaten OL. OL has beaten us. Same with Racing. Same with North Carolina. I would just really love to host a championship.
Yeah.
That we talked about it earlier this year that even though the regular season has not worked out how we wanted, coming home with a trophy is a great consolation. In years from now, we're going to look back and not be like, oh, we finished 11th place. We're going to be like, we won a trophy. We won some hardware here. So this can really salvage our season. And
yeah, it's 2023. What happened? Well, we were last place, but we got this trophy from this side competition. Players made a little money off of it too. And we celebrated like it was the best thing in the world. Because that's what you do.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man. Sporting's not raising MLS Cup every damn year. But when they rose U.S. Open Cup in 2012, 2015, 2017, you still celebrated it like it was a major championship. And that's exactly what will happen if we get this Challenge Cup here.
Let's be honest. Nothing is guaranteed in sports. Nothing. We could win a championship next year, or we could not win one for 5 years. You just don't know. You just got to take advantage of these moments every chance you get. Do whatever you can to be there, celebrate, and just
you need to take advantage now that the league is small.
Yes.
I go back to Sporting when they won MLS Cup. Bro, I don't even remember how many teams were in the league in 2013. But 10 years later, there were a ton of teams in the league. Well, now NWSL is going to start growing. And it will become harder to win trophies. So get this thing done, man. This is no FC Kansas City. It's a different team. It's a different time. But this new stadium coming in, wouldn't that be cool to celebrate the opening of that stadium with a trophy that you won last year?
Yeah.
Pretty damn cool.
These leagues have evolved so much. We don't know what it's going to look like in a year or 2 years or 3 years, right? More teams could come in, better players could come in. One thing I really do like about our ownership group is we don't mess around. Like, we are not here. The Longs, the Mahomeses, they are not here to take last place, right? They're not happy with being 5th place. They will spend as much resources as humanly possible to bring championships here in Kansas City. They built their own stadium, their training facility. I don't know how we're under the cap. I'm not even going to worry about it. But I don't know how we've done everything, but they're going to continue to push this team and push this league forward. And really, at the end of the day, let's just be thankful that we have that type of group. We don't have a type of ownership group who just is okay making a profit, is okay just being middle of the pack. We are not okay being middle of the pack.
Do you think that the Mahomes come to the game tonight? He's in town. They play at home Thursday.
I don't know. That's a good question.
I mean, it's, you didn't have to come out and get drunk or nothing, but it is a knockout game.
Yeah.
You would think you come out for those types of games, right?
I don't know how much prep is going into the first regular season game, or if they've already done a lot of it. Now it's just recuperating and resting. I don't know. I hope so. I hope so.
Well, Nat, are you sick of the Chris Jones contract talk? Because now we move on to the Travis Kelce knee talk. Everyone's an expert these days.
I'm more worried about the Dak Prescott contract conversation and just America's team's quarterback.
America's team, dude. No one likes that. Yeah,
hold on. Let me. Whenever I say that, people get mad at me. And let me just say this: what is more American than capitalism? I'm not saying it's right, but what is more American? And what franchise is worth the most in the world? Yours truly, Dallas Cowboys.
What is happening right now? Are you trying to convert people to be a Cowboys fan? Like you're saying this is a great thing. This is great. This is what I grew up with. A big Cowboy star. I wear boots and stuff.
I grew up in Emmitt Smith, Troy Aikman, Michael Irvin era.
Sure. And you're nothing but loyal. You had to just hold on to them all the way.
The last time they went to an NFC championship, I was 10 years old. We have not been back to one since.
Oh, that's very emotional. I'm sorry for your loss. You don't gotta don't tell me now that we haven't been there since. Chiefs are just enjoying a little bit of a ride here. It's kind of weird. Gotta ride it.
Or the Chiefs fans getting cocky, like we deserve it now. We got Patrick Mahomes.
Some aren't. Some are insufferable.
Okay.
Some are absolutely okay. Stop, please stop. Like let's not act like we're a dynasty or anything. Let's just enjoy it. Hope everyone stays healthy. Be humble a little bit. You know what I mean? Remember where you were 10 years ago. Remember the Steve Bono and Elvis Gerbach days. All right. Remember Tyler Thigpen.
Well, I will say this.
Drink green, baby.
The Cowboys fans can be very, they can get under my skin too. So,
Brody Croyle, get out of here. Nick is just throwing, he's just throwing older players out there.
Hey, the Cowboys had Ryan Leaf, Quincy Carter. We had some players back in the day that was tough.
What are you doing? This is Kansas City podcast, my friend. No one knows what those players are.
All right. I'm going to get so much heat for that, but
hey, but it's Red Thursday. Everyone's excited, man. The fountains, they turned the fountains red.
I saw that. That looks really cool.
I know. I was like, hope there's no fish in there, because they did.
Hope it's not bad for the environment or any animals that use that water for hydration.
Right. Mr. Capitalism team over here wants to save the environment. All right.
I might say I agree with what Dallas does or Jerry Jones, but, America's team, baby.
That's all right. Make sure you're a big WWE fan, too. They're also pieces of shit. So
I'm such a hypocrite, too, because, I don't like major market teams, but I like Dallas. I like Bayern. But, I rail against, the Yankees and the Dodgers. And
yeah, you hate Manchester United, but then you're like, go Bayern Munich. And it's like, hold on. They're kind of the same.
I mean, I will say they're more fiscally responsible. They're not Premier League. They're not Barcelona, Real Madrid just spending. They're not Saudis, right? They're not spending that league. They're not spending a bunch of money on whomever.
They spent a lot of money on Harry Kane.
That's true.
It's pretty weird to have Harry Kane. I was watching the game the other day, and I was like, oh, yeah, Harry Kane. Forgot about that.
Do you see clips of him trying to argue calls with a ref and everybody's in German and he just doesn't know what to do? He wants to be involved, but he can't. It's pretty comical.
I saw a big clip, a little video with him and Robert Mueller and someone else, and I think they were eating schnitzel.
You said Robert Mueller?
What is it?
Mueller?
Thomas Mueller, not Robert Mueller. We're not investigating Trump. No, Thomas. I have his goddamn jersey. That just slipped out of my mouth.
Okay.
They were eating schnitzel. They were trying on lederhosen. He was getting the whole German experience, man. It was wild. Oh. And he's like, wish I was sipping some tea right now.
Oh, man.
Well, Should we wrap this thing up? I think we're
we've gone off track here, man.
right.
Talking about investigations.
Right. So if we if we come back next week. Wait, hold on. I might be on a ship. I'm on a boat. Don't you ever forget. What are we going to try to record when I'm on the boat?
I mean, who's your cellular provider? Do they have Wi-Fi?
Yeah, I'd be on their Wi-Fi. But all we could do is try, right?
Yeah. I mean, you always bring Jimmy in, right? Jimmy, you bring in Nick.
Sure.
We got some options.
Jimmy, Nick, right? If you're trying to go, yes. If you're trying to bring the caliber down, definitely ask Nick. If you want.
Well,
all right. He's giving us the wrap it up music. He's pulling out the cane to yank us off the stage. So we'll figure it out. Same time, same bat channel, all that stuff. So,
and funny enough, I might be somewhere as well in a couple weeks. So might be out of town as well.
The fuck is going on here? Is this the first time hearing of it? What are you doing?
Might be in Turkey.
Oh, wait, you're saying you might be?
No, I will be in Turkey.
Oh,
okay. I can record there is something else.
Gotcha. You're like, I might be in Turkey. Like, I don't know, wherever the wind takes me. It's the most wild thing I've ever heard.
Hope for the best. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh my God. That's like saying I might have to be at my grandma's. But you're like, I might be in a foreign country. I don't know.
Yeah. We're going to try and record from there, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Fair enough. Hey, folks, thank you so much. Hope we got that Challenge Cup final this weekend. Let's just say we do, and it's going to be a bloodbath because we need it. It has to be.
Who would you rather play? Real quick. Who would you rather play?
I'd rather play Seattle because Louisville likes to beat us. So, got to get through North Carolina first, and it's not going to be easy. So,
that's fair.
Hey, follow us on Twitter at No Other Pod, at Dan Kooser, at Chris Wright 21 if you want. Email us nootherpod@gmail.com with all your questions and news, and we'll make our way back here to you next week somehow. So for Chris, I'm Daniel. Love you so much. We'll see you later.